Good day, I am Maribeth Sitala, reporter today. My topic is about the reforms in the Philippine educational system, Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms. First, identify and understand various reform initiatives in the Philippine system of education through the year. Second, determine the impact of various reform initiatives in the Philippine system of education. First, let us identify and understand various reform initiatives in the Philippine system of education through the year. Reform initiatives by the Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms, or PCER, in the Philippine education system. The Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms, established in 1999 under President Joseph Ejercito Estrada's administration, proposed several key reforms aimed at improving the Philippine education system. We have major initiatives and their impacts over the years. First, extension of the basic education cycle, or the K-12 program. The initiative in here is to extend the basic education cycle from 10 years to 12 years. Rationale is to align the Philippines with international education standards and provide students with more time to master essential skills and knowledge. Implementation: this recommendation led to the K-12 basic education program fully implemented in 2013. The impact is the global alignment brought the education system in line with global standards. Skill development allowed students to develop skills in academic, technical, vocational, sports, and arts tracks, and improve readiness, better preparation for college and employment. We have an example situation in here. Before the K-12 reform, Maria, a student in the Philippines, finished her education at 16 years old with only 10 years of schooling. When she applied for college abroad, she was often considered underqualified due to the shorter education cycle. With the K-12 program, Maria now completes 12 years of schooling, gaining additional skills and knowledge. At 18, she is better prepared and meets international education standards, making her more competitive for both college admissions and job opportunities. The second major initiatives and their impacts over the years is the curriculum enhancement. Initiative strengthen and modernize the curriculum to be more relevant to societal and economic needs. Rationale: ensure students acquire essential competencies and skills that match global standards and labor market demands. Impact: modernize content, inclusion of values education, environmental education, and ICT. Critical skills is emphasis on critical thinking, problem solving, and lifelong learning. Mother tongue-based education, improve comprehension and learning outcomes in early education. My example situation in here is an elementary student in the Philippines used to struggle with understanding lessons taught in a foreign language. With the new curriculum enhancements, his early education is now conducted in his mother tongue, making it easier for him to grasp concepts. Additionally, he learns about environmental stewardship and gains basic computer skills. By the time one reaches high school, he is well-versed in critical thinking and problem solving, making him better prepared for both higher education and the modern workforce. Number 3 major initiatives here is teacher quality and development. Initiative: improve teacher education and provide continuous professional development. Rationale: ensure teachers all are well prepared to deliver high-quality education and adapt to curriculum changes. The impact are enhanced competencies, improved teacher skills and teaching methodologies, higher morale, better training and incentives led to increased teacher morale and retention. The example situation in here is Mrs. Santos, a high school teacher used to feel unprepared for new teaching challenges and curriculum updates. With the new initiative, she now attends regular professional development workshops and training sessions. These programs enhance her teaching skills and introduce modern methodologies, making her more effective in the classroom. Additionally, the support and incentives she receives boost her morale, increasing her job satisfaction and likelihood of staying in the teaching profession longer. Number 4 major initiatives and impacts is decentralization of education management. Initiative decentralize the management of educational institutions. Rationale, promote local autonomy, community involvement, and better resource allocation. Impact, local autonomy, increase local control over educational management. Community involvement, enhance participation of local stakeholders in decision-making. Efficient resource allocation, more tailored and efficient distribution of resources. Example here is in a rural town, the local school used to struggle with insufficient resources and lack of responsiveness to specific community needs. After the centralization initiative, the local education authorities gained more control over school management. They involved parents, teachers, and community leaders in decision-making processes. This led to better allocation of funds, focusing on critical needs such as new learning materials and infrastructure improvements. As a result, the school's quality of education improved, and the community felt more invested in its success. 5 major initiatives and their impacts over the years is to strengthening the Department of Education or DepEd. Initiative enhance DepEd's capacity for planning, budgeting, and monitoring. Rationale, ensure effective implementation and monitoring of educational policies and programs. Impact, effective implementation, better execution of educational reforms, data-driven decisions, improved policy formulation and evaluation based on robust data. The example situation in here is, before the initiative to strengthen DepEd, the implementation of educational policies often faced delays and inconsistencies. Schools lack adequate resources and support due to inefficient planning and budgeting. With enhanced capacity in planning and monitoring, DepEd now conducts thorough assessments of educational needs across regions. They use data analytics to allocate resources effectively, ensuring schools receive necessary funding and support on time. This systematic approach has led to smoother policy implementation and better educational outcomes nationwide. The number 6 major initiatives and their impacts over the years is the industry-academia collaboration. Initiative, promote partnerships between educational institutions and industries. Rationale, ensure education and training are responsive to labor market demands. Impact, employability, enhance employability of graduates through relevant training. Practical experience, programs like the Dual Training System or the DTS provided hands-on experience. The example situation in here is in response to industry needs for skilled workers in technology, a local university partnered with IT companies to enhance its computer science program. The collaboration involved industry experts advising on curriculum development, incorporating real-world projects into coursework, and offering internships. As a result, graduates gained practical skills directly applicable to job requirements. Employers noted the improved readiness of these graduates, leading to higher employment rates and fulfilling industry demands for competent professionals. This collaboration not only benefited students, but also strengthened ties between academia and the local economy, fostering sustainable development. The number 7 major initiatives and their impacts over the years is the technology integration. Initiative, integrate ICT in teaching and learning processes. Rationale, modernize the education system and prepare students for a technology-driven world. Impact: digital literacy, improve digital literacy among students. Interactive learning, enhance learning experiences through digital tools and resources. The example situation here is at a rural school, students previously had limited exposure to technology due to resource constraints. With the initiative to integrate ICT, classrooms were equipped with computers, tablets, and internet access. Teachers receive training on incorporating digital tools into lessons, such as interactive educational apps and multimedia presentations. As a result, students became proficient in using the technology for research, collaborative projects, and creative tasks. They developed critical digital literacy skills, enabling them to adapt to technological advancements and compete in the modern job market. This integration not only enriched learning experience, but also bridged the digital divide, empowering students with essential 21st century skills. Number 8 major initiatives and their impact over the years is the Alternative Learning System, or ALS. Initiative: provide non-formal education of out-of-school youth and adults. Rationale: increase access to education for marginalized groups. Impact: educational access, greater access to education for out-of-school youth and adults. Flexibility, flexible learning options leading to basic education equivalency certificates. Example situation is in a remote village. Many adults had to drop out of school due to financial constraints or family responsibilities. With the implementation of ALS, a local community center started offering evening classes tailored to their schedules. Participants learned basic literacy, numeracy, and life skills necessary for daily living. Some pursued vocational courses like carpentry or sewing, enhancing their employability. Graduates receive ALS certificates equivalent for formal education diplomas, empowering them to seek better job opportunities or continue higher education. ALS not only improved educational access but also transformed lives by providing second chances for learning and personal growth in underserved communities. And number 9, major initiatives and their impacts over the years is the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education, or GASTPE. Initiative: provide financial assistance to students in private schools and subsidies to private school teachers. Rationale: ease the financial burden on families and support private education institutions. Impact: financial relief, reduce financial barriers for families. Support for private schools, help maintain education quality in private institutions. The example here is in a city where public school overcrowding was a challenge. Many families opted to enroll their children in private schools for better quality education. However, tuition fees were often a financial strain. Through GASTPE, low-income families received scholarships and subsidies that covered a portion of tuition costs. This financial assistance allowed the students to continue their education in private schools, where they benefited from smaller class sizes and enhanced facilities. Simultaneously, private schools received government support through subsidies, ensuring they could maintain high educational standards and retain qualified teachers. GASTPE thus played a crucial role in promoting educational equity and supporting both students and private institutions in delivering quality education. Let's continue. Reforms in Philippine Education System, Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms. Number 2 is to determine the impact of various reform initiatives in the Philippine system of education. Impact of various reform initiatives by the Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms, or PCER, in the Philippine education system. The Presidential Commission on Educational Reforms, established in 1999, significantly influenced the Philippine education system. And here are the detailed analysis of the impact of the various reform initiatives recommended by the PCER. Number 1 is the extension of the basic education cycle K-12 program. Initiative: extend basic education from 10 years to 12 years. Impact: global competitiveness. The K-12 program aligned in the Philippines education system with international standards, making Filipino graduates more competitive globally. Enhanced learning outcomes. Students gained more time to master essential skills and knowledge, leading to improved learning outcomes. Specialized tracks. Introduction of specialized tracks, academic, technical vocational livelihood, sports, and arts and design. Allowed students to pursue their interests and career paths. The example situation here is before the implementation of K-12, Filipino students completed their basic education in 10 years, often lacking exposure to specialized skills or vocational training. With extension to 12 years, schools integrated specialized tracks into their curriculum, such as culinary arts, information technology, and performing arts. This allowed students like Maria, who was passionate about graphic design, to enroll in specialized arts and design track. Maria gained practical skills in digital media and designed software during her senior high school years. After graduation, she confidently applied to prestigious art schools abroad, equipped with a portfolio that showcased her talents and skills. The K-12 program not only broadened education opportunities but also better prepared students like Maria for their chosen careers, contributing to their personal and professional success. Number 2, curriculum enhancement. Initiative modernized and strengthened the curriculum. Impact: relevance to current needs. The enhanced curriculum included values education, environmental education, and ICT, making education more relevant to current societal and economic needs. Holistic development. Emphasis on critical thinking, problem solving, and lifelong learning skills promoted holistic student development. Improved early education. The use of the mother tongue in early education improved comprehension and learning outcomes. Example: previously, a primary school curriculum in a rural area lacked relevance to local community needs and global trends. With curriculum enhancement initiatives, subjects such as values education were introduced to instill ethical values and citizenship among students. Additionally, environmental education became a core component, teaching students about sustainability and climate change. ICT integration enabled students to learn digital literacy skills essential for the modern world. Teachers also implemented mother tongue-based instruction, improving comprehension and engagement among young learners. As a result, students not only excelled academically but also developed critical skills necessary for their future careers and contribution to society. The Curriculum Enhancement Initiative thus ensured that education met the evolving needs to both learners and communities. Number 3, teacher quality and development. Initiative: improve teacher education and continuous professional development. Impact: improve teaching quality. Continuous professional development programs improve teachers' competencies, leading to better teaching quality. Higher teacher morale, enhanced training, support, and incentives resulted in higher teacher morale and retention rates. Example here is previously, a school district struggled with high turnover rates among teachers and inconsistent teaching quality. With the initiative to improve teacher education and professional development, comprehensive training workshops were implemented regularly. Teachers participated in seminars focusing on innovative teaching methods, classroom management, and subject-specific pedagogy. They also received mentoring from experienced educators and had access to resources for ongoing self-improvement. As a result, teachers became more effective in delivering lessons, engaging students, and assessing learning outcomes. The support environment and recognition of their efforts boosted morale, leading a greater job satisfaction and reduced turnover. This improvement in teachers' quality and morale positively impacted student performance and overall school effectiveness, creating a conducive learning environment for all stakeholders involved. Number 4, decentralization of education management. Initiative, decentralize the management of educational institutions. Impact, local autonomy, increased local control over educational management led to more context-specific and responsive interventions. Community involvement, enhanced participation of local stakeholders in decision-making processes, improve education outcomes. Efficient resource allocation, more efficient and equitable distribution of resources tailored to local needs. Example, in a large city, centralization of educational management previously led to bureaucratic delays and insufficient responsiveness to diverse community needs. With the decentralization initiative, local school boards gained authority over budget allocation and curriculum adaptation. Parents, teachers, and community leaders were actively involved in decision-making processes, providing valuable insights into local educational priorities. As a result, schools could allocate resources more effectively, addressing specific challenges such as infrastructure improvements and educational materials. This localized approach not only improved educational outcomes but also strengthened community bonds and accountability. Schools became more adaptive to local socioeconomic conditions, ultimately enhancing the quality of education and student achievement across the district. Number 5, strengthening the Department of Education or DepEd. Initiative, enhance DepEd's capacity for planning, budgeting, and monitoring. Impact, effective implementation, strengthened DepEd capabilities, ensured more effective implementation and oversight of educational reforms. Data-driven policies, improved planning and monitoring systems led to more data-driven policy decisions and evaluations. Example, previously, the Department of Education or DepEd faced challenges in coordinating nationwide educational programs due to limited planning and monitoring capabilities. With enhanced capacity in planning, budgeting, and monitoring, DepEd implemented a comprehensive data management system. This system allowed for real-time tracking of educational outcomes, resource allocation, and program effectiveness across schools and regions. For instance, when implementing a new curriculum, DepEd used data analytics to identify areas needing additional support or adjustment. This data-driven approach improved the alignment of educational policies with the actual needs of students and educators. As a result, DepEd could optimize resource allocation, enhance program effectiveness, and ultimately improve educational outcomes nationwide. The strengthened capabilities of DepEd underscored its role in fostering a more responsive and accountable education system in the Philippines. Number 6, Industry-Academia Collaboration. Initiative, promote partnerships between educational institutions and industries. Impact, enhance employability. Stronger industry-academia linkages ensured education and training programs aligned with labor market demands, enhancing graduates' employability. Practical training programs like the Dual Training System or the DTS provided students with practical work experience, bridging the gap between education and employment. For example, in a bustling industrial zone, a local technical college partnered with manufacturing companies to enhance its engineering programs. Though this collaboration, students participated in internships and apprenticeships within these companies. They gained hands-on experience on operating machinery, implementing quality control measures, and understanding production processes. These practical training opportunities not only enriched their academic learning, but also provided them with valuable skills in industry-specific knowledge sought after by employers. Graduates from these programs were well prepared for immediate entry into the workforce, equipped with both theoretical knowledge and practical skills. The industry-academia collaboration thus played a crucial role in improving students' employability and meeting the evolving needs of the local job market. Number 7, technology integration. Initiative, integrate ICT in teaching and learning processes. Impact, digital literacy. Improve digital literacy among students, prepared them for a technology-driven world. Enhance learning, use of digital tools and resources enrich the learning experience, making education more interactive and engaging. For example, in a suburban school, traditional teaching methods struggled to engage students accustomed to digital technology. With ICT integration, classrooms were equipped with interactive whiteboards, tablets, and access to online educational platforms. Teachers incorporated multimedia presentations, educational apps, and virtual simulations into their lessons. Students actively participated in collaborative projects, conducted research online, and practiced digital skills such as coding and video editing. This integration not only improved students' digital literacy but also enhanced their understanding of complex concepts through interactive learning experiences. For instance, during a science class, students used virtual reality simulations to explore the solar system, enhancing their comprehension and engagement. Overall, technology integration and transformed the educational environment, making learning more dynamic and preparing students for success in technology-driven society. Number 8, Alternative Learning System or ALS. Initiative, provide non-formal education to out-of-school youth and adults. Impact, increase access, greater access to education for marginalized groups and out-of-school youth. Flexible learning, offered flexible learning options leading to basic education equivalency certificates, improving opportunities for further education and employment. Example, the Alternative Learning System or ALS is a program designed to offer non-formal education to out-of-school youth and adults who have not completed their basic education. It aims to provide flexible learning options that lead to the acquisition of basic education equivalency certificates, such as the Accreditation and Equivalency or ANE Test Passer Certificate in the Philippines. For example, in a rural community with limited access to formal schooling, many teenagers had to drop out of school due to financial constraints or family responsibilities. Recognizing the need to provide educational opportunities, the local government implemented an ALS program. The program set up learning centers in accessible locations within the community, offering flexible schedules that accommodate learners' work or domestic responsibilities. Through ALS, these out-of-school youth were able to continue their education and prepare for the ANE test. After passing the test, they received their equivalency certificates, enabling them to pursue higher education or seek better employment opportunities. This initiative significantly increased educational access for marginalized groups, empowering them to improve their lives through education despite initial setbacks. The number 9, detailed analysis of the impact of the various reform initiatives recommended by PCER, government assistance to students and teachers in private education, or the GASTE initiative provide financial assistance to students in private schools and subsidies to private school teachers. Impact: financial support, reduce financial barriers for families allowing more students to attend private schools. Support for private education, help maintain the quality of education in private institutions through subsidies and financial aid. The example here is in a city where public schools are overcrowded and unable to accommodate all students, many families opt to send their children to private schools for better quality education. However, tuition fees and other expenses often pose a significant challenge for low-income families. To address this issue, the government implemented the GASTE program. Under this program, eligible students receive financial assistance in the form of vouchers or subsidies, which can be support enables more students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds to access quality education that they might otherwise not afford. Furthermore, GASPE also provides subsidies to private school teachers, ensuring that this institution can attract and retain qualified educators. This helps maintain the educational standards and overall quality of private education, benefiting both students and the educational system as a whole. Overall, GASPE plays a crucial role in enhancing educational opportunities and supporting the private education sector, contributing to a more inclusive and robust educational landscape in the country. Overall assessment of PCER initiatives. The reforms initiated by the PCER significantly impacted the Philippine education system, particularly through the implementation of the K-12 program, curriculum enhancements, and teacher development initiatives. These reforms have aimed to address critical issues such as access, quality, relevance, and governance. Quality and relevance. Enhanced curricula and teacher development programs have improved the quality and relevance of education. Access and equity. Initiatives like ALS and GASPE have increased access to education, especially for marginalized communities. Efficiency and governance. Strengthened capacities of DepEd and decentralization efforts have led to more efficient and effective governance of the education sector. Despite these positive outcomes, challenges such as resource constraints, infrastructure deficits, and equitable access to quality education remain. Continuous evaluation and adaptation of these reforms are essential to ensure they meet the evolving needs of society and contribute to the nation's socio-economic development.